A client of mine recently asked me if it's possible to change the ad copy on an already published ad without losing the social proof, likes and comments and shares and this sort of thing. And I think if you're an online course creator who's running ads to a low ticket offer where you are wanting to update the ad copy without losing all the juicy good social proof that's driving down your cost per sale, or update the ad copy on a lead magnet ad because you've updated the lead magnet slightly and you still want there to be good congruence between the ad and the lead magnet, but still keep all the good social proof, you're going to like what I tell you in this episode. Or you might not like it. There's two things. One, you might like it, one you might not like it. Here we go. So unfortunately, here's the response that I gave to my client. And then there's a fortunate other way, and then it's a lot more difficult to do. And what am I even talking about? You're about to find out. So I told my client, unfortunately, changing the ad copy on a Meta, i.e. Facebook and Instagram ad, does reset the ad's social proof. Or in ads terms, it causes the ad to be a new post, which deletes or resets all of the social proof. And there's one more thing. It potentially restarts the learning phase. And the learning phase is where the algorithm is learning about who to best show your ad to, so you can serve that person with whatever offer you're promoting or lead magnet you're promoting. The kind of person within your targetable audience that would respond best to your ad or have their needs best met by your ad. Now, that was the unfortunate part. Here is the fortunate part. There is a workaround, although this workaround can get somewhat complicated, especially if you're using one ad inside of multiple ad sets. As soon as I explain the workaround, you'll understand why it's fine if you're only using the ad one time and if you're running ads by yourself. But if you have somebody on your team running your ads and you then are communicating with them what needs to be done, or if you have this ad replicated in multiple ad sets, it's going to get a bit complicated. So the solution is to start off with an organic Instagram post, because when you edit the content of the post, not the creative, but the caption, the written part of the post does not lose its social proof. But we'll get back to the episode in a moment, but YouTube tells me that 72% of the other folks that are watching this YouTube channel are not subscribed. Could you just take a moment and subscribe? It's that little subscribe button. It does help YouTube know who the folks are so that more online course creators can learn this content that helps them grow their business and serve more people who they were meant to serve. Okay, back to the episode. So you can have an Instagram post and then go inside of Meta Ad Manager and connect that Instagram post to an ad and run it. But here's the problem. You cannot change an Instagram post that is currently connected to any ad. So you can see how if you are like an ads ninja and you have different targeting, different ad sets, different targeting, different audiences, right? And you have the same ad hooked up, replicated inside of those different audiences so that you can collect all the social proof, you would have to go through all those different ad sets and disconnect the ad in order to change the caption on the organic Instagram post before going back into Ad Manager and relinking the ad. And does it get worse? Well, Meta does not guarantee future performance based on past performance. So, even though you retain the social proof on an organic post, when you rehook it up to an ad, you still are launching a new ad. And so you can't just bank on the new ad that uses the same post as before, but with different text, performing exactly as well as the previous post. It might perform better, it might perform worse, but there's some risk. And so if that post was performing really, 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 really well, then you just can't guarantee that it will perform to the same level and extent that it was performing before. Also, when you turn off an ad set, you can't be guaranteed that when you turn that ad set back on, it will perform just as well as it used to perform. Usually it does perform worse. When you have all ads inside of an ad set turned off, that is effectively turning off the ad set. And so, if you had an ad set with only this one organic Instagram post that's hooked up to an ad inside of the ad set, and then you turned off that one ad, then it's also turning off the ad set, meaning that performance of the ad set is not guaranteed when you turn that ad back on, and performance of the individual ad is not guaranteed to be the same or as good as it was when you turn that ad back on. You're introducing more risk into the equation. This all comes down to testing, and as you're testing, you will figure out what works and what does not work for your business. But I thought I would let you know that if you want to update ad copy, think about posting an organic Instagram post first and then hooking that into an ad. And then you can change that ad copy, i.e., the organic post copy, without losing its social proof. However, if you're just going to run a standalone ad, have different versions of that ad running in the same ad set. Then, if you need to launch a brand new ad with updated ad copy, you can do so in the same exact ad set alongside already previously running ads, and then you can let the algorithm begin to automatically choose that new ad, funnel some ad spend to it, test it out if it will, and see how it performs with the updated ad copy. If it doesn't perform better, you still have the old ad copy and old ads that were performing well still running inside of an ad set. Since the ad set never turned off, you never took a hit to that ad set's performance, assuming that it was performing well in the first place. But that is the context of this video. Now, there is one thing I should add. Meta right now, and in the past, but Meta's algorithm, if you have an ad set with 5 ads, okay, and they're all running, let's say they're all running well, and you turn off a 5th ad to add in a brand new 5th ad, like this, this little fifth ad. Hey, we used to have this thing where when somebody would say something awkward, we would do our hands going backward like this and be like, awkward turtle. And then that sort of made the silence funny. So when you're adding in that 5th ad, it's a new ad, right? Now, why would the algorithm risk your valuable ad spend on a new ad if the currently running 4 ads that are not potentially the awkward turtle are already performing quite well? And the answer is many times the algorithm does not actually show the new ad at all, or very little. In fact, I get this question all the time. All the time. Well, I should say most of the time when I'm doing Facebook and Instagram ad audits or even one-on-one coaching. QUÄY.jo, I put a new ad into the ad set, but it's not getting any ad spend. How do I force Meta to recognize it and show it? Because I really believe in this ad, QUÄY.jo. And I'm like, put the ad in its own brand new ad set. And that's the end of this video. YouTube thinks you should click on the next video there because it'll help you grow your business with Facebook and Instagram ads.